Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. In this lesson, we'll be analyzing the third chapter of the first part of Atonement. So, Bryony's attempts to direct her play, they have been delayed. The reason being, Jackson wet his bed and was forced to wash the sheets as punishment, which has wasted valuable rehearsal time. Meanwhile, Bryony attempts to direct her cousin and finds that Lawler treats her with deep disdain. Later, Bryony sits by herself and wonders if anyone else has thoughts and feelings like her, or if she is the only person in a world of machines who has inner feelings. She is frustrated that she cannot absolutely control the order and scheduling of her rehearsals. Okay, so once again, the neat and tidy universe which Bryony has constructed herself is disrupted by others' actions, which lie outside of her control, obviously. So this prompts Bryony to reflect whether people can really be as complex as she is, which is an indication that she has a great deal of maturing to do before she can understand that the world is not like one of her stories, where she is both the main character and the omnipotent author. The themes would be the perspective and stories and literature. Okay. Now, Bryony moves to a window and glances out across the ground. She sees Robbie and Cecilia standing before the fountain. Robbie raises his hand as if commanding Cecilia to remove her clothes and enter the water. Bryony is unable to understand the adult scenario she beholds and grapples with the realization that it is an encounter between two independent individuals that has nothing to do with her. She recognizes that the power of writing has the ability to show different perspectives and prevent misunderstandings by helping readers understand that others are as real as they are. So, Bryony's limited perspective, both in not being nearby enough to hear and in being a child, it prevents her from understanding what the encounter truly means to Robbie and Cecilia. She begins to grasp that she, in fact, has no control over how others act and that their feelings are just as autonomous and powerful as her own. Still, Bryony conceptualizes this moment in terms of her own writing work. She treats Robbie and Cecilia more like characters than like real, live, alive human beings. She doesn't treat Robbie and Cecilia as alive human beings, rather like the characters in her novel, in her writings, which might appear to be real, okay, and not being real. So, just as she assumed she would be the hero of the trials of Arabella, she makes herself the center of the action here. The themes would be perspective, stories and literature, and class. So, in the next part of this chapter, it is found that 60 years in the future, Bryony will describe how this moment represents a crucial realization in her life, but that at 13, she was too absorbed on self mythologizing to fully comprehend it. After the interaction between Robbie and Cecilia finishes, Bryony ponders what it could have meant, vowing not to be indistinctively judgmental of her sister, and begins to consider what it could have meant through both Cecilia's and Robbie's perspectives as well. She decides that she will write about this encounter when she has more time to do so. So, witnessing this encounter, it gives Bryony a powerful introduction to the independent inner lives of others. However, her self mythologizing instinct prompts her to treat it as a writing exercise rather than as an intimate, significant event in the lives of Robbie and Cecilia. The themes of this part supposed to be happen to be perspective, stories and literature, and lost terrors. With this, we're going to end this brief analysis. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you.